Hello, video request from a Justin Taylor. He's a beatnik. Hey homie, or you ska, you're a ska. Hey homie, you have inspired me to start up my own page for video about my recent situation of homelessness and a hands-on how-to for the poor and unfortunate. Great man, that's awesome. All the poor and unfortunate need as much help as they can get these days. I would like to request a video. How do you begin and stay committed to your personal goals and projects? Like your timeline and workout schedule. What suggestions do you have for me for creating an interesting channel, and how-to tips for us poor folk out here living in the van? Likely gave you some great insight into this. Alrighty, well, good on you for trying to help out the poor and unfortunates. Those people more and more need more and more help. So I guess you're recently homeless. You living in a van or something, and a hands-on how-to for the poor and unfortunate. I'd like to request a video. Okay, how do you begin and stay committed to your personal goals and projects? Well, take advantage of stuff that's free. You know, if you have most people, they would have a goal or project having to do with the computer. They're studying something, so go into the library. Libraries are hardly ever crowded. Libraries, the people who manage libraries these days have got their heads up their ass. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't have enough plugs in the walls and couches for people with their own computers and laptops. They need to provide couches all over the place. They only have like 2 couches. It's stupid. They need to line the whole walls with those. But if you're in a library which a lot of libraries do, are filled up, show up right when they open and get yourself that couch. Or you could sit at a table, and most libraries, they're not that crowded. You can always at least find a table. Bring a extension cord in case the table you're sitting at isn't close enough to the outlet, like the people sitting next to the outlet are using up that table. Make sure to pee before you go in there. You don't want to leave your computer alone too much, because somebody could grab it, although that's never happened to me. Starbucks are amazing, awesome places, because they always have couches. Whoever started Starbucks is a genius. Yeah, and go in there, buy a coffee, get a refill every hour or so, and you're good. And sit on the couch, and if the couch is full, you sit on a table, and they have the internet. And lots of places, more and more places are having internet also. They don't have the couches like Starbucks, but they have the tables. And Dunkin' Donuts has couches. I remember there was this Dunkin' Donuts that had a couch, but it didn't have an outlet next to the couch. Starbucks are brilliant. They have outlets right next to the couch. And there you go. You can be homeless and you can have all the resources you need from those businesses, and especially the libraries. And if you don't like the library you're at, just go find a good library. There's a bunch of libraries in big cities. So just tour. Make sure, even if you like the library you're at, tour all the libraries and find the best library, the one that you're the most comfortable in, the part of town that you're most comfortable in. Homeless people gobble up libraries. If you ever go to like libraries in big cities and stuff, that's usually where all the homeless people hang out. They watch the movies in the libraries on movie night, and it's a big social scene too. So how do I stay committed to my personal goals and projects? Well, it's my nature to be always working. It's just how I am. So, in order to get to a place where I'm committed to a goal and project, is to do something that I know is good for society and that people can benefit from. If you believe in what you're doing, and you believe that it's good for everybody, and that you're working towards something that will have an actual result, and you're not just frittering away your time doing nothing, like playing video games or just watching movies all the time or something, but you're doing something proactive, then it will gain momentum, and it'll end up defining you as a person, and then that's what your job will be. And whether you're making money or not, that's what you get up and do, and that's your mission in life. People who have fulfilling jobs are the happiest people. People who enjoy their jobs because they think they're helping people. We know, no matter what it is. Maybe if there's a waitress in a restaurant, and she sees herself as helping people, and she enjoys interacting them, and then she's happy and she's fulfilled. A lot of people, old people, when they retire, they die right after they retire because now they don't have a mission. The mission in life keeps them alive and keeps them strong, keeps that energy flowing through them. Andy Rooney, he was doing videos. He looked perfectly healthy on 60 Minutes, those little Andy Rooney segments, and then he retires, and then less than a month later, he dies. And you can give tons of examples like that. So just find something that you're interested in, and don't compare yourself to other people. Don't try to be the smartest, best person ever. Just find something that you're interested in, that you like. Maybe you like crabs, and maybe you'll eventually set up a business selling crabs on the boardwalk or something, and that's your job, and then you'll make friends with all the people around you, and you're the local guy bringing the wonderful world of crabs to everybody. And you'll see yourself as an educator, and facilitator of an interesting thing and helping people that way, So just try to develop a world view that the world is going in a better place. You want to be a generally optimistic person, and then look around you and see all the people working and see them as being honest workers who are doing their job to help the world grow and become a better place, and find yourself a job that does that, and you'll make money. You're poor, and other people are poor, like you, because they haven't found that niche. They haven't found their niche yet, and it's harder to find that niche for people these days because in the world we live in, it's so like one size fits all. All these big multinational corporations are taking over everything, and so you don't have that many different job opportunities of not a wide range of interesting things to do. You could get a job at Walmart, or you could get a job at Starbucks or whatever, and there's less individuality. So maybe you're homeless because you've given up on having that kind of job, and those jobs just make you depressed, and so you'd rather just not have a job. So try to find the nick that you can, the little hole that needs to be filled up to make the world a more interesting place. There's lots of little subcontracting things you could do too, but yeah. I don't know what your goal or project is, but if you feel that it's a good one that's good for everybody, you'll stay committed to it. If it's a goal or project that's you're a leech on society or some kind of scam artist or something, the only thing going to motivate you is making money, and if you stop making money, I guess you'll try to start another scam, and it'll cause stress and it won't be fun. So it's the most fulfilling to just do something that's good for society. Yeah, so that's how my timeline goes. I don't have a workout schedule. I don't work out. I just ride my bike. I'd like to start working out again, but I'm trying to get caught up. I feel like I'm behind on my Kindle ebook page. It's really big, so I'm just stuck on that. But multitasking, that's how I get myself to work out, like at the gym. I do multitasking. Do as much multitasking as you possibly can. When I go to the gym, I'm always listening to audiobooks. Because when you're working out or stretching at the gym, you're not focusing on anything else, so you can focus on the audiobook. And it's just as good as reading. So they fit perfectly together. So if there's something you want to do, like work out or something, I suggest listening to audiobooks, and you don't even have to get audiobooks. You could just go to the computer and copy text and get a program to turn the text into an MP3 file and put that on your MP3 player and listen to it, like Wikipedia articles or whatever. But yeah, that's how I've been doing my timeline anyways, whether, I don't need motivation to do it. I just do it. But then, of course, I get fat and out of shape. So I'm riding my bike and working at the same time. Haha. Not, you need an apartment to do this, but you don't need an apartment to walk on a treadmill. I was walking on a treadmill and working on my computers at the gym. You just tie a string around the treadmill and the computer, and it hangs right there. You have one of the little mouses that you can trackball move around with your thumb. And you can just walk with your hands and just work. And if you have to type something, you just type it. And you can type normally, just if you're on a desk anyway. It's a little bit harder, but it's not that bad. Yeah, so you just get one of these memberships at a gym. Every gym has a treadmill. Whoops. Okay, so what suggestions do you have for me creating an interesting channel? Create a channel that has lots of information for people, helpful stuff. People like to watch that. If you have a new idea, show them how you do it, and then share as much as you can about yourself. How you do it, what you're doing. There's a whole lot of genres that haven't been filled yet. If I was living in my van still, and I was going to do this right before my van broke down, but I was going to record exactly how much money I spend on everything. And I'd like to do that even now. But I'm doing lots of other things. But if you have enough spare time, that's a cool genre. Because you can actually inspire people to live free, if you're homeless. Say, oh yeah, this morning I went into the soup kitchen and I had breakfast there. And then for lunch I went and I dumpster dived behind King Soopers. And then for dinner I got a bagel at Starbucks and I'm working on my computer, And this is how much I spent today. And I'm happy. And then at the end of the day, you can give a little speech. Yes, and that's why if you're stressed out and you don't like your job, just leave it and live in the streets. Haha. And then you can allow somebody else to get your job because it's hard to get jobs anyway. So by not working, you're actually helping society because you're allowing other people to get that work. Yeah, and interviewing people, like interviewing your friends. Every time you meet a friend, you can offer to interview them and ask them questions about their life. I do that. Nobody has ever agreed to get interviewed by me. And I offer pretty much everybody who I know. My roommate's not afraid to get on camera, so that's cool. Any how-to tips for us poor folk out here? Canned food, man. Canned food, dude. You can get cans. I get cans of mixed vegetables for 68 cents a can, and it's delicious. And once you eat it and you get in the habit of it, it makes you feel really healthy. Your body's not having to process all this extraneous stuff. It's just pure raw food, boom, in you and out you. Even your digestive system doesn't have to stress on it because canned food, it's just soaked veggies. It's already soft. It's soup. And oatmeal, if you have a cooker, oatmeal is really cheap and healthy with canned fruit. And just have the same thing every morning. That's what I have with a scoop of protein powder. That's what you do for food. And then, you can go to the food banks. They have those around, find out where they are. Living in a van likely gave you some great insight into this. Yeah, living in a van and trying to live as frugally as I could, so I didn't have to get a job because I was working on my timeline. I finally got really good at just eating canned food, and that's when my fucking car broke down. But I got really good at it, and then when I was in Dallas, I was doing that, and it's empowering when you go like 5 or 6 days in a row where you're not spending any money, and you're on top of it, and you're not like you didn't get a beer or you didn't get candy or something. You're like, wow, this is cool, because you have all you need for free. There's the library system. Just go to the library, hang out. It's for free. It's free. And also camping outside. If you're homeless, like without a car, that's also another great way to be homeless. Maybe I should try that sometime. Just find your little place and sleep in the bushes, and you can see the stars. You can look at the bugs, and Then you'll meet other homeless people and you can share stories and interview it. That'd be awesome to have. See, video cameras it's not that expensive to have a video camera and film it. A homeless person can have that. Homeless people probably have laptops. So just have a little reality show, homeless, and have your little group of people and your parties and welcome to the world of reality show of the homeless. Because, it's all the attention for people, it goes way too much into the side of the rich people. Whenever you watch a movie, the people in the movie are always these super wealthy people, Amanda is executive of a top ad agency, makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and then she meets this dashing young man, Ronaldo, who is a stockbroker in Wall Street, And then the next movie, it's about, some president of the company, and it's all rich people. How come movies don't revolve around poor people? They're people too. That's the majority of the people. Why are we all paying attention to like 1% of the fucking population? When we should be realistic and pay attention to actual normal people, There's a comedy about Jennifer. She's works the checkout register at the local dollar store. And she meets Johnny. He cuts grass over there a couple blocks away, and or the homeless people. That'd be a really cool reality show, homeless people. But instead, everybody's watching TV, watching Kim Kardashian, who charges $40,000 just to show up at a party because she's famous, and her dad's like some kind of big time a lawyer getting criminals off and stuff. I don't know if I shouldn't say that, but yeah, there's a whole other world out there, and it can be empowering to let people live in the bushes. I mean, if there's no jobs out there for anybody, it's better for society to allow those people who don't have jobs to not spend money and to get out there in the woods and live for free and hang out at the libraries that already have enough open space. Libraries are like, come on over and educate yourself, and then those homeless people can get super smart and figure out ways to make the world a better place and enter the job market. You look kind of young. If you find a passion right now, in 10 or 15 years, you'll be able to turn that passion into a job that makes you money. That's what I want to do. I'm going to apply for a grant pretty soon, a few months, and I'll get a grant too. And I'll turn my timeline making and stuff into a job. That's a guaranteed fact. And it's something that I like. So if I can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is make sure that it's something that's good for society. If it's good for society, job provides. Your good karma will take over. So have fun, Justin. Yeah, and let me know when you start uploading those videos. Peace out.